Hello, friends, and welcome. I hope today you guys are having a great day. This is Maria from Maria's Crafting Corner, and I am so glad you guys stopped by. Let me check my volume 1 second. I have the feeling it may not be all the way up. I hope that works. Let me know if you're here. If you're here, just say hi. Tell me where you guys are coming from. And I really appreciate you guys being here. Anyways, a couple of things that are important. Today is the last day for the paper pumpkin kit, or to subscribe to our paper pumpkin kit, which it's awesome this month. It comes with the ink colors, our new ink colors for 2022-2024. Super vibrant, lovely colors. And on top of that, it has a golden voucher. Yes, just like Willy Wonka. And that is pretty cool. I think the voucher is like $25, so really worth it. Hey Lisa, so glad you're here. I'm glad that you were able to log in correctly and there were no issues, because I don't know very well what happens on this kind of software, but it seems like it's working now. That makes me very happy. And I was just giving a quick run around of what about the paper pumpkin kit and the ink starter kit for this month. So all the way through May 31st, it's going to include a lot more stuff than it usually does. And that is amazing. This is one of the best deals I've seen so far, now that I've been in Stampin' Up! Like forever. But really good deal. So for 109 for no, let me correct that. For $99, you will get $190 worth of product plus free shipping. So that is super cool. I'm glad. I'm glad that's it's so funny that you mentioned that. You're super funny. Anyways, so how about if we go to the crafting table? Let me get that going. Yes, that's good. And we're going to be using today our sweet songbirds. Can see the reflection there. That's a little better. And I really love this bird. It's got a couple of those to, how they call it, double stamping or two-time stamping. I don't know. I'm really bad with those names, but I really love it. It's super useful. It's got many possibilities. So this is the one we're going to be using. And today I am going to be working with a easel card. And I have them, what I need, what we will need here. And that is a piece of gray granite, and that measures 8.5 by 5.5. And same as always, don't worry about measurements and whatnot, because it will be in the PDF tutorial. We have a piece of Blushing Bright 4.25 by 5 3/8. We have a piece of basic white that's 4 by 4 1/4. And I'm taking this off as I go so they don't get you. Sometimes you guys should see my desk. It's just disastrous. Then we need two pieces from Blushing Bright in 2 by 5 3/8, and then two other pieces. And this is part of the Sun Prints. That's one of the new designer series paper, and that is 1 7/8 by 5 1/4. Okay, super simple. We're going to need an extra piece. It really shouldn't be this big, but this is the one I had handy, and of Blushing Bright and some white cardstock to make our stamp. And the last piece we're going to need is some acetates. And this one, let me see if we can see this better. Barely. This one is just part of our, it's called window. Oh my God, I always forget how they call it in Stampin' Up! Window. Well, It starts with window. Sorry about that. And it's just you get 2 pieces of 12 by 12 acetate. Super useful to make some cards. I'll show you why I'm making this, because part of what I'm doing is I'm going to create an online class card. And I will show you here in a minute the samples for that. But they all have acetates, and I just kind of fell in love with the whole acetate thing. So this is a little piece. We're going to be using some of our dyes as well, and of course we're going to be using the Sweet Songbird punch. And I don't know if it's called the same. Sometimes they change the names, but it belongs to the bundle. So really, if you get this one, you want to get them together because you get a 10% discount. Okay, let's get crafting. So the first thing we need to do is, and this one is already cut and scored, but I'm going to score it again because it's not too hard. We said this is 8.5 by 5.5, and so we're going to score at, before I make a mistake. So this is score in half. So this is score at 4.25. That's 1. And then this one, the next one, it's score. I have my stamp there in the way. Okay, let me move this back here. It looks like you're not seeing. So first score is at 4.25 because it's the half. And then the next one would be the half of 4.25, which is 2 1/8. And we're going to score that. Okay. And that's really all we need to do to the card itself. Oh, you know what? I also, we're going to also be using, oh my God, I forgot to keep them out. That sucks. It's the You're Amazing, no, it's called Amazing Thanks dies. They are really cute. So we're going to give these a quick fold and use our bone folder, and same here. And I just love our bone folder. It helps so much with all that we need to do. Let me see if I find my Amazing Thanks. So these are the other dies that we're using. Okay. Now, we have 2 pieces, and we need to adhere these to the base first before we move any further, because we'll need to make a hole here. And yes, believe it or not, it goes all through the embossing machine. Okay, so we're going to glue this first together. We're going to grab our Stampin' Seal Plus. As I always remind you guys, if you have a pattern paper, make sure it's going the right way. Make sure it's going the right way when you cut it, and make sure it's going the right way when you glue it or adhere it to it. And then there's one, and it looks pretty straight, which is quite of a miracle. Hey Lisa, how did your dentist appointment went? And same here. I think this looks more like. Okay, that looks fairly straightish. Yeah, and if you hear some noises in the back, you'll hear that there's a lot of of noises. I think my husband is building something out there. Okay, and if you just joined us, please let us know where you're from and how are you doing today. And we are making an easel card, so you know. Let me see, now we're going to add these 2 pieces into our card here. And there's a whole lot less stamping today than other times. We'll have a little bit with the bird, which, oh my God, I do love that bird. And I know you do too, Lisa, because it's, oh my God, it's so cute. And let's go ahead and, it's being rebellious there. And that's why I love our silicone crafting sheet. Oh my God, it's always so useful. Okay, and we got it. Okay, so we have these, and what we're going to do now is we're going to use one of our layering circle dies, and this is, I want to say is, of course I have it on the wrong measurement, because why not? This is the 3-inch or 2, yes, I think it's the 3-inch die. So we're going to use this one, and we're going to run it through our embossing machine. And like I said, believe it or not, it goes through. Okay, I'm going to put these, okay, wait, before I make a mistake, I'm going to put this a little higher, because the whole goal is to put that you are amazing around here, so we need to make sure it fits. So we're going to make it a little higher up here, and I'm just eyeballing it really that it's centered. So wish me luck. Hopefully it is centered. And let me bring our stamping machine here. And if you like stamping, this is a must. I think it's a must. I know that there's a lot of us that have may have a Cricut machine. I do have a Cricut machine. I'm not a very good expert on it, but I just love the stamping, the embossing. It's called cut and embossing machine. And what we're going to do, we're going to do it a couple times, because we are going through 3 pieces of paper, and 2 of them are cardstock. You ordered the songbird, the sweet songbirds. Isn't it super cute? I really like it. I think it has a lot of possibilities, and you know, we have to be mindful when we order stuff. So okay, let's cross our fingers and hopefully it went through. Oops, there's like a green thingy left over. I think it needs one more. And so don't remove it, because we just don't know if it went through all the way. So might as well make sure before we, I don't even know why I'm doing this way. I'm gonna move this way, much easier. Okay, and here we go again. Lisa, did you order the bundle? Okay, one more, just to make it a little simpler. Oh my God, this is definitely an arms workout. So on the bright side, I'm getting some extra workout there. Okay, it's really not going through all the way. So we're going to go and push a little bit and push a little bit. It is going all the way. That's the good news. Okay, and we're not going to need anything from the center. So these circles that we are getting through, yeah, it's a lot of cardstock that we have in there, and it's stuff for the, so be mindful when you're taking these away, because it does, after so much pushing, it can get damaged. And I have like a green thingy from like Christmas. It's so weird. So what I will do with these little pieces, let me see, where's my scissors? We're just going to get this softly. It's really there. It's just to mind it. And on top of it all, really, we are going to have these, which I already cut in here, so we won't even see it. The trick to do these things is I got the biggest of our layering circle dies, the scalloped one, and then a smaller one. And that way, whoops, and that way I know for sure that these will be bigger than that, and that will help me just, you know, cover it. Now, this part here, I am going to like go a little bit, and you know what? I'm thinking with the bone folder, kind of brush it a little bit, because again, the whole goal is for these to stand up like so. And so you will be seeing these. We'll need to take off those extras that we got, because I'm wondering if this will work. Okay. Almost there. I got it. Got the biggest one. Good. And we can perfect it as we go too. Okay, so we have our little hole. The next step would be, and I'm putting my dies away, and I'm using my bowl, my magnetic bowl. I know Lisa has one. They are amazing. I love them. And we are going to, we would do this right next, but I did it already, so you know the video doesn't get too long. But just using the embossing machine, we will run these through some blushing bright cardstock, and this, and I'm using the gray granite too. And the whole idea is we're going to glue these together, these three together, and form a panel. And we need to do this because obviously this is transparent, and we want it to be, we don't want anybody to be able to see the glue that we're putting, right? And so when this stands up like so, people will be able to see this, and that would be terrible, right? So let's start gluing that. And I'm going to use our multi-purpose glue. These always have like a front. I don't think you can see it, but there's one, when you die cut, there's a side that looks like the front of the die cut. So just be mindful when you're using it that you are, and I don't know why I'm holding it in my hand. Lisa, can you hear me well? And of course, because it's transparent, I can't see. I was looking for this thing. Let me put a little bit more here. It's not be stingy. I always say that. And when you have scallop dies, maybe let's see if I can put this one here and it looks a little better. Let's try, we have to pair them real well. Okay. Still have some leftover of the little paper from the gray granite. So we paired that one. We're going to pair it with this one, and we're going to do the exact same thing. Hey, Muriel, I'm glad to see you're here. I think you're on Facebook, right? It's so good to see you. So we are doing the same thing. Let's be mindful that these is the front, and this is the part that we're going to see. So we'll use the back, quote unquote, and glue it in here. And so we'll have our little window. And let's go ahead and do that. Wonderful. I'm so glad you stopped by, Muriel. And again, just align it together as best as we can. I can see there's some, let me grab a little piece of, I always have in my craft room some paper to get these in case. And we need some cleaning up here. Okay, so they stuck together perfectly. There we go. I think they're perfectly stuck. And so okay, you see that? That's my dog's hair. Oh, really? So you have me like big. Does it sound good? Okay, I'm glad, because sometimes I feel that since I don't have a microphone really, I sometimes feel that it does not sound as well as it should. Okay, so we have our little window that I am going to clean a tiny bit because I don't know if you can see it, but I can see it. It's got some glue on it. So I'm just cleaning it super quick. Okay, and I think I just made it messier. Let me see 1 second. There we go. A little better. And can you see it? Yes, it's a little better. It's called an easel card. I would show you. I'll show you one since you're here, Muriel. This is one of the classes I'm going to do. This is not the exact same class I'm doing today, but this is why we call it an easel, because it stands like that. It does have the "You Are Amazing," and we're using the bird. Okay, so we're going to glue these in here, but it has to be halfway. And I'm being mindful. I don't know if you guys can see that there's like a little bit of extra sand, gray granite, not sand. So I'm being mindful of gluing it in here in this way, because in this side, I'm going to have some, I'm going to have the little bird and some leaves that will stamp here in a second. So this is the one I'm going to put down because it's going to get covered. And really what I'm going to do, instead of putting it in the window, I'm just going to put it here, because this is where I know where the easel is going to go through, right? I know that I have these to fill out, but it cannot be, the glue can't go further, because it otherwise it would not work with the easel as we know it. So let's do that real quick. And that is our window. Okay, we're gonna put these aside. So this is how it's gonna look eventually. And I can still see that it's dirty. We're gonna use our eraser here in a second. But let's focus 1 minute on getting our bird and our leaves. And it's a little bit hairy today because my dogs have been hanging out with me. I do have baby wipes. You know, now that you mentioned, do you think that will take him off? Let's see. Ching ching. See, that's one of the things I also have in my craft room. Thank you, Lisa, for reminding me. So it looks like it's on the other side. Ching ching. And it's not coming off. It's very rebellious. I think that, you know, I think, Lisa, let's do that now. I don't know if you guys know this. This is a glue eraser. I have it linked down below. It's one of the best things I've seen so far to remove glue. It's really cool. I've never tried it on acetate, but it seems to be doing the magic. But that makes it cool. I think it looks sort of okay. We'll try to really remove it here in a minute though. And of course, because I'm live, this had to happen. It had not happened in my previous card, which I was trying to clean before, to do before. In my practice card, I am going to put the bird like right here where the smidge is. So let's go ahead and do our bird. So these, like I said, is part of a stamp set that is called Sweet Songbirds. And I am using our gray granite. And let's go ahead and stamp him or her. Okay, and that looks good. Gonna give it a minute or two to clean. I can see, you know what, I can see another. It's crazy the amount of hair that my dogs have and leave me as gifts. Let's see, I'm gonna stamp it one more time. Let me remove our eraser so it's not in my way. Hey, Miss Lucky, how are you, girl? Okay, let's see if this works a little better. Ah, I think it does. Okay, let's leave him. We are going to cut this real quick because, and we're going to use our punch to get our friend out of here. And always turn it around. I'm always scared. I was telling Lisa the other day that I'm always scared of of the punch. I don't know, they're so hardcore for some reason. I just get scared of them. Okay, Here I am. Okay, let me remove this because it's gonna go right on it. Oh my God, always get so scared. Don't laugh at me, Lisa. It's just scary. And I am going to use the other piece though that I just cut to make the leaves. So we're going to leave this here for 1 second so it dries a tiny bit. I'm picking some of the pieces that we got, and I am going to use a little bit of our Blushing Bride to just cut the wing, and it also cuts the little peak, but we're going to use that in a second. And I don't think I have. Okay, I was looking for my yellow, and we're going to use this yellow to cut the little peak. And there it is. And now we just put them together to make it work. Isn't that fun? Now, the other thing I did is let me put this away so there's no disasters. I'm using our Blushing Bride, and I am using our blender pen. And so let me grab a block. I'm just going to have a block of one of our blocks and push a little bit so I have some color in it. You can barely see it because the Blushing Bride is really light, but all I'm doing is getting some color in the block and using our blender pen to grab a little bit of that ink, and we're going to go from here up. And of course we're going to do the darkest on the end and stand up there a little bit. Okay, now do be mindful that I am not using here a watercolor paper, so we can't really go over a whole lot before, you know, kind of the paper gives up on us, but we can play a tiny bit with it and blend it. So and I'm just using again darker on the bottom, right, and extending to the top tiny bit and then extending. So we're just creating a little bit of idea that it has some pinkish on the tummy. I don't know how those birds are called, but we have some of them in here, and they come and they are so cute. So I think they're more on the bluish side, but they do have their tummy kind of pinkish. So that's what we're doing here. We're going to clean the pen real quick, and all you need to do is just clean it there. If you can see, there's no more pink on it. So we'll put that away. Clean our block, not because it needs it. It's not like the stamps, but I'm pretty sure that if I leave it there, it's going to just like go all over my crafting table and then make a mess. And now we're going to glue the little wing. Okay, and let's try to figure out where we want it. I think I want it like up here, and I made a mistake because I didn't have to put glue all over. There you go. And I am going to apply a little bit of Stella Wink. It moved, it's flying to the wing real quick, and to the tummy too. So we have some, of course, some shimmery, because we all know Maria likes it, and to here too. And I think it will help also just making that the visual effect of the blending of the tummies. Okay, now the last piece, and not less important, it's the eyes. And I'm just gonna get some of our momentum, not momentum, momentum ink, black ink, and get those eyes. But then I think he's so cute. Isn't he just so adorable? I absolutely love this bird. I swear to God, it's so, so cute. Let me put that back out there, and we're going to get a little bit of the glue and just use a tiny bit in there, and then we'll get my, take your pick. Again, my wand, like I like to call it, my magic wand, because this thing is just the best you can buy ever. Super useful tool. And there you go. Isn't that a super cute bird? I mean, like, really, I love it. See what I was telling you, Lisa? It's just so useful. You can use it for so many occasions. I love it. Okay, we're going to put a little bird in here. And remember that mistake I made? Well, with the thing, we're going to get him like so, so it kind of covers our boo-boo. I know that's cheating a little bit, but what can we do? The other thing we're going to do before I forget is, and because this is going to be all sand, I keep thinking of sand as gray granite. I'm going to try to see if this is enough to cut a little piece of another birdie, because we're going to need it for, oh my God, Maria. We're going to need it for, yes, it fits, people, it fits. For the back. Again, one of the cool things of using acetate is you got windows. One of the bad things is that you're going to have a, you know, the leftovers of it. So whatever glue I put to adhere this baby here, it's going to show up here. So we need to cover it somehow, and that's how we do it. Okay. How are we doing so far? Who has joined me? Do you like it? Isn't the little bird so beautiful? I agree. I'm in love with that little thingy. Okay, so now the next step is we are going to use, and I told you guys we were going to use this one. I can't remember. It was another demonstrator in YouTube, but she just kept saying, don't forget that that paper has two sides. And at the time I thought, oh, how funny, huh? But then I'm like, oh my God, she's so right, right? Hey, Margarita, ¿cómo estás? Tanto tiempo, no hemos conversado. So let me see. Margarita distracted me. I was like so excited to see you here. So we're going to use our gray granite again, and we're going to create the leaves. And guess what, Lisa? I am just going to do some fussy cutting. Your favorite. I know. Your favorites of favorites. Okay. And all we need really is two of them. And we're just going to go, where's my scissors? There are my scissors. And we're just going to go and cut them real quick. Oh, there. See? Nobody's going to know. And I'll tell you why nobody's going to know. Nobody's going to know because I was trying to figure out how to... put the back of it, right? Like, hey, hi, Nikki. Say hi to Ellie. Hi, Ellie. That's my little niece. She's the loveliest little kid ever. Okay, so we are fussy cutting here. Man, I feel so lucky. All my friends are coming, joining over. That is so much fun. We should do this like within Zoom, huh? So we are able to like actually see each other. Okay, so we're fussy cutting them. I always say real quick, but it's never real quick, right, Lisa? Lisa knows. Lisa's not favorite thing is fussy cutting. I have to say it was not my favorite thing either, but I did give in. There's times that it's needed. Like in this one that I don't have a die for this. Okay, we have two there, and we're going to put two more. I know you don't like it, Lisa. And so for you that you don't know, Lisa is my friend. She is another Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, but she's joining me through YouTube because this software allows me to use both platforms, YouTube and Facebook. So I really appreciate you guys joining in here. Okay, let's see. Choo-choo. There's a little piece in here. And one last one. Aw. Oh my God, Ellie and I are big pals. We have a lot of fun together. She's so much fun. I don't know if she still does, but she used to have a thing with mail and mailman and just everything mail related. And a long time ago, and I don't know if Luki's still here. Lucretia, do you remember a gift that we got in one of those exchanges? And it was like a mailbox. And she loves to come here to the craft room, not to get with the crafting things, but to play with that. And I just think it's so adorable. Okay, so what we're going to do to kind of get rid of this, right? And it would have been white anyways. It does not work if you don't take the cap off. So we're going to use our take your pick and kind of go there quickly. And I just remove it with this a tiny bit, and then we have one color. And I'm just doing that so I don't get messy later. And we're going to do the same thing with this one. Use our pick, and now we have, so when you see it in the back, it's not going to, you're not going to see the mess or the white, right? It would not look good if you see the white either. So that's the third one and our last one. And I'm just doing it real quick. I did make one. So I made a try and I forgot and I messed it up. It's just so funny. I'll show it to you here in a second. Okay, so let me clean our stamps. Don't forget that cleaning the stamps is one of the best things you can do for them so they last way longer. And putting it back in its little place. And now it's time to put our little birdie and the card together. So remember that I made that boo-boo with the glue? I don't know if you guys can see it. Somehow, yes, I can sort of see it. Well, there it is, and guess where the bird is gonna go? Right there. Makes sense, right? So we covered that mess, and we are going to glue this anyways. We're going to get a little bit there, and we're going to go there and put it right there like so. And I'm going to press a little bit, and now we're going to put these together. And it's just leaves, and we can just put them wherever we want, right? There's no right or wrong for them. So we're creating what should we call it? Like a little nestish, kind of. Okay, so let's glue them. And that's when it's important. So now the other thing is, I don't want to put glue in these, but I'm going to put, because this is going to show, so we don't have extra glue there, but I'm going to put glue where it's going to attach to the circle, to the scallop circle. So I'm just going to calculate that, and it's too much glue and it's all going to come. And so we're going to go and do that way it doesn't show. So we have to anchor them somehow along the lines here to make sure that that glue doesn't show in the back. And I just, I'm gonna put this one here, and I'm gonna put this other one in here. So instead of anchoring to this circle, I'm gonna anchor to the little bird. And so it's gonna go on the top. Glue should be on the top a little bit there. And that's the part we're going to anchor for the glue, so it does not show on the back. Okay, and now just the final one. And I'm just going to, let's see, anchor it like right here. Okay, so there's a little bird. And again, what we're going to do is we're going to turn it back, and we're going to put these other pieces that we cut from Blushing Bride. We're going to put it in here, a little bit in here, a little bit there, so we don't see all the mess. And there it goes. That makes sense, right? And that's our card, really. We're going to do some of the decoration, but that's what it's going to look like. I do have, so like I told you guys at the beginning, I am using our, it's called Amazing Thanks dies. And let me see, I'm bringing them all together here. And the last one. I have, thank you. How are you doing? Where are you from? Is it Gigi? So these are the amazing dies. I showed them earlier, but this is one of those dies that they go all the way, because they do have "You Are Amazing" and a big thanks. So, whoops, I'm out of focus there. And a big thanks, and just again, kind of helps a lot in many areas. So we are going to put, so these you can build. Okay, I always forget that I have this tool, and I always struggle with it, and it's just so ridiculous. So we have these, and we're going to put you, and then the R here, and the amazing here. Okay, so let's glue our little U. And if you hear our dog, I don't know if you hear, Nikki, if you're listening, if you hear the dog, that is Riff. He wants to be part of my life today. And I'm going to move this a little bit so I'm able to really center it well. Isn't this super cute? I love these dies so much. You can do with them. And so I'm going to put this U here, and I am thinking, do I want it? No, I'm not going to use dimensionals. I'm just going to glue it straight there. Again, I don't know why I keep bothering myself with trying to. Okay, we're going to put that one there. And here's the R. So cute. I absolutely love this bird. And I think it's easier if you do it on, like, in the air for some reason for me. Let's not go there as to why, but it is. Okay. So here is "You Are," right? Now, let's go and close this for a second. I'm going to put that there so it holds it for me. And we are going to now adhere that piece, which of course now got dirty. I don't know if you can see it, but no surprise there. Oh, look at that. This side is ready. It's dirty too. It's got a tiny piece of, I don't know, see, ink? Well, I guess that we know where some decoration is going to go, right? So don't forget that that's one of the big things and wonderful things about crafting is, first of all, you're making this with love for somebody. And second of all, you can always kind of make up your boo-boos. Oh, I see there's an extra there. Oops, it's fighting with me. Okay, so we're going to mat this. Like I said, these are 1/8 smaller from each other, and this is 1/8 smaller from this. Okay, so this goes in here. This is where we'll be able to put our sentiment if that were, let me bring my mat. My crafting, my silicone craft mat. So I always say that I can make anything straight. Look at that. Can you see? So I try to go straight and it goes like, meow. How does that happen? I don't know. I guess it's the special talent I have to not make things straight. And this will go up here. I'm going to move this a tiny bit here so it's easier for me to center it. And there we go. Now, Stampin' Up has something that are called, they're just big blocks of foam. Not big, but this is what, like 4x4 maybe, sort of. Yeah, I think it's 4x4. Blocks of foam. And what I am going to do, and these are double-sided, okay? So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to cut a tiny piece of this so our amazing fits. And of course I lost my scissors. There they go. I'm gonna put it here real quick. So I don't cut too much, but I cut enough that it fits. And we are going to run it through we're gonna peel it off. Peel this one, not peel, glue this one here. Okay, and I'm going to put this so this does not get all glued into the embossing folder. And we are going to run it through our embossing machine. I told you guys we were going to use it today, huh? Okay, so here it goes. Oh, you know what? I should have waited and not done it. Okay. Disregard what I was doing. If you're a crafter, you know what I made wrong, right? Are there any crafters here that can tell us what I did wrong? Yeah, I know. Oh, Maria. Okay, let's see if this will fit. We're going to do this, and I'm actually going to bring the amazing now. I did it too quick. I got too excited and did it too soon. And run the die. So what we're really trying to do is to cut this and cut through. Okay, and it's much easier this way than it would be than to put glue on it. But then there's another part to it, and is that it will create that how would you call it, that width, so it gets stopped. It stops the bird from or it helps the bird stand. I think that's the way to say it, right? So, okay, we're going to run it through. Okay, and I'm going to go back again just in case it didn't cut through. Okay, let me move this back out. And here it is. Let's put the die there. Okay, that did not work very well. Okay, let me move forward. Bring another piece of Blushing Bride. I'm sorry about that. That happens when things don't go the right way, which every so often happens. So let's bring our die again. Calculate what we need in there. I'm really glad I have a few of these blocks if I keep making all these mistakes, right? I know. Did you notice that, Lisa? Come on. Like, this is my first video, huh? I swear to God, I did it a whole lot better when I did the other card, but whatever, Maria. Okay. It's fine. Mistakes are okay. That's what I'm telling myself anyways. Now this is going to work well. So we attached the cardstock to the foam. We do not remove this one because that's how we're going to glue it. And now we run it through our, let's hope it doesn't move, through our cut and embossing machine. You're okay. You can all laugh at me. It's fine. Anyways, I'm making sure that it stays there where it's supposed to be. So I'm going to use my Post-it tape because I think it just makes it easier so it stays in place. And I know for sure I'm not cutting off. We don't need to do this several times today, do we? Okay, one more. Crossing fingers. Come on, people. Wish me luck. And backwards just in case. And we don't want to move that until we make sure that it cut, but it went through. Can you tell? It just went through all the way. Okay, so we're going to remove this again. The good news is it looks like, how is it that it's say in English? Third time's a charm. Okay, that's what it seems. Yay! Let's all be happy about that. Okay, so let's see. Now you'll see why it's good that we are able. And this takes a little bit of time, so take your time taking it off from here, right? We don't want to break it. Takes time because in the end this is all foam and it's all very gluey. Okay. Once we have it out of here, I was going to say be careful because that, you know, the backing might stay, and it did. So I think the A doesn't have it, so we'll remove that one. And if you can tell, all the middles are in there, so we are going to remove those as well. And again, that's where this magical tool comes from. It's just the best thing ever. There's several of them, so that one. Stuck to me. I don't know if you guys can hear the dog. It's so funny. He's so sad. I don't know where he wants to go. Okay, we did it, people. We did it. Okay, and I put this here still so we can have the card not folding back to me. And as you can tell, this is pretty sticky. So I'm taking them off slowly and just gonna leave it to stick to my first finger here. There we go. So we can reorganize the whole word back where it should be. And then we can get creative if we want to make it a little circle, if we want to make it straight. It kind of goes back and forth. So, okay. What do you guys think? Circle, amazing, maybe, or wiggly? I'm just trying to think. I'm going to start with the A and go building from there. Okay, here's the other thing we need to calculate. It's where do we want this bird to stop? Because this is going to be the stopper. That's why we put the foam on it. And I think that is a good place, like halfway. So let's go back in there. I'm going to put the A first, and there it goes. And we're going to just go slowly. Centered might be better. Maria. And there we go. You are amazing. Isn't that super cute? So these will come here and it will stay like that. Let me see if I put it like this. What do you guys think? Isn't it cute? So of course we need to do some extra decorations because, you know, we all know that that's what needs to happen. Maria likes it. And I'm going to, oops, remove the eyes because those are very important. The set brings open eyes and closed eyes, and I like them both, but I think a part of me likes the the open eyes better. Okay, let me see, where's my, we're going to bring back the Blushing Bride. First, we're going to use, see, I brought the right one. We're going to use our gray granite. And remember that boo-boo I had like in this corner? That's how we're going to cover it. We're going to cover this with, move here, right there. And we're just going to go ahead and put a few of these all over. And then we're going to fill them up with flowers. And I think 3 looks good. So let me clean that. And let's go with the flowers. And unfortunately, it has just 1 flower. So, you know, we're going to be, oops, wrong color. Actually, that's not the wrong color because I was thinking a mix and match of them will look good. So we're going to go first with the same color, the gray granite. And we're going to put a few flowers. And now we're going to go in our grid paper. Always really good to use a grid paper because it helps with that. And we're going to go with the Blushing Bride. And I'm going to put, of course, a little bit more Blushing Bride. And we're kind of creating a border. And actually, I'm going to use another one of the gray granite up here. And so now what's going to happen, let's go back again, close our stamping pads, and now it stays. Let me use our bone folder here a minute. So it goes that way, and now it will stay. And that's our card. What do you guys think? Do you like it? Let me know if you like it. Let me know in the comments if you like it. So this is my, let me show you the other card I made, which is basically the same one, except Maria forgot that this was supposed to open. And so guess what? I glue it all over. Ha, that happens. Hey, but it's still a cute card. And this is when I realized that it needed to be covered with, let me show you, sorry, of focus there. It needed to be covered with something. And that's why I decided to use the back for this too. So that looks good. Okay, so this is our card. So I was saying at the beginning that I am starting an online class. So for $35 or more before shipping and tax, you will be able to get this class for free. And these are the cards we're going to make. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I had some of our iridescent gems in here, and I really wanted to use them. So before we go, let's put a few of these. I put one there. I put one there. And one. They always say you have to put 3. And I'm thinking one up here. Right? I actually like more. I think I'm going to put a big one. They have some really big ones in these iridescent ones. And so I'm just going to put a big one there. Oh, thank you, Lisa. I appreciate it. So these are the cards, still sticky and all crazy after our mistake earlier. Just so funny. Let me show you the cards that are going to be part of that class. And it's all in acetates because I fell in love with them. So we're going to have this one, which is kind of a step card. I don't know if you can see, here's the step card, but you can put it standing. And then this is embossed. And we're using the same paper, just the other side, and this is the sun prints paper. And then there's this one that I showed earlier. Kind of the same concept, except this just has this like little wall. Let me see if I can bring, so it shows a little better, maybe. It does. And so it looks, you know, it just really looks cute. Then we have, and I'm putting my cards in here, we have this one. And this one is using a retired product, but we can absolutely change it. I was just learning some techniques, so I figured I wanted to try first before, before with our, some of these products. So this one, it opens, and it, like I said, you need to be mindful to create the backing for it. And this is where you would write your sentiment. And thankfully, since this is double-sided paper, we did not need it to put a whole lot in here. But this is the next one. Now this is another one, and it's also using some retired product, this one. But this is the Merry Melodies embossing folder, and it's using that same gray granite. So in this case, this looks super cute, but you have to be mindful of putting the greening right here, right underneath this, so it gets covered. So we'll be doing that one, and this is the last one I will be doing in that card. Okay, and it just kind of like the same concept. It's the same flowers that we were using and the leaves, and it has to be double-sided, and double-sided here. And this one I did create a little of a background there for it. Okay, now there's a last one that is not necessarily part of it, but this is, we can include this one because it's kind of easy to do. So let me know if you like them. What do you think, Lisa? These are the cards we will be making in our class card, online class card. And again, and the other thing is, if you are a demonstrator and you are interested in the class, then let me know. We can figure out something. You obviously, you have your own way of getting your paper and your stamps, or you most likely already have them, and so we can just figure out a way around it. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me. If you guys like the video, please give it a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. And if you want to subscribe to my channel, you will be then notified when I go live or when I post a video. I will post a video next Thursday, this Thursday, as is my last paper pumpkin alternative. So hopefully that, because I'm just kind of really hoping for my for the new paper pumpkin to come, just because I love those colors. So I will have the last alternative for the paper pumpkin kit on Thursday. And I am still working on trying to build a new kind of workshop for beginners. Do you like them, Lisa? I really like them, to be fully honest. I kind of found about acetate, like I've used them for shaker cards and whatnot, the basics, but I just didn't think as much as like embossing it and doing all these other techniques with them. And quite honestly, I'm in love with them. So this is our card for today. I hope you like it. Isn't this bird the cutest thing ever? And do let me know if you're interested in the class. Again, all you need to do is buy $35 or more in product from Stampin'Up using the host code, and this is my May host code, so you're able to use that one, and that's FSMHRC7M. But go ahead and go to my blog, and it's posted there as well, so you can just go ahead and buy that. And I think that's it. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you guys being here, and talk to you. If you want to come on Thursday, that's not a live one, but I'll talk to you next Tuesday. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.